Welcome to the CISO Daily Update.
Google to delete billions of browsing records in incognito mode privacy lawsuit settlement. Google settled a class action lawsuit alleging that it tracked users' browsing activities without their permission when using Chrome's incognito mode. As part of the settlement, Google would remove billions of browsing records, including private browsing data, and redact personally identifiable information from its logs. Furthermore, Google must block third-party cookies in incognito mode for 5 years and has revised its description to emphasize the privacy restrictions. The complaint revealed internal Google debates condemning the mode's effectiveness and ethics. Feds finally decide to do something about years-old SS7 spy holes in phone networks. Following years of known vulnerabilities that foreign governments and surveillance entities could exploit, the FCC is addressing security flaws in American telephone network protocols. SS7, dating back to the 1970s, enables location tracking and call interception, while the Diameter protocol lacks encryption, making network spoofing attacks easier. Vulnerabilities in these protocols pose a risk to national security. Senator Ron Wyden's call for action prompted the FCC to solicit comments from telecommunication providers and stakeholders on risk mitigation and establishing new cybersecurity standards. Prudential Insurance says data of 36,000 exposed during February cyberattack. Prudential Insurance disclosed a cyberattack in February, revealing that hackers accessed the sensitive data of over 36,000 individuals. The breach involved unauthorized access to the company's network and compromise of personal information such as names, addresses, and driver's license numbers. While law enforcement has been notified and external cybersecurity assistance enlisted, details about the specific systems accessed remain undisclosed. This incident follows a series of cyber attacks on various organizations, with ransomware groups like ALF-V continuing to pose significant threats despite recent law enforcement actions. Vulnerability database backlog due to increased volume. Changes in support, NIST says. NIST attributes the recent backlog in its National Vulnerability Database to increased software volume and changes in interagency support. The database, a crucial resource for cybersecurity professionals, has faced delays in vulnerability analysis since mid-February, with only a fraction of submitted vulnerabilities processed. Despite plans to establish a consortium for improvement, concerns about transparency and funding cuts persist, prompting cybersecurity experts to urge Congress and the Secretary of Commerce to prioritize the NVD's restoration. Trusted contributor plants sophisticated backdoor in critical open-source library. A critical backdoor was discovered in the XZ-Utils library, a widely used compression tool in Linux systems, potentially exposing millions of users to supply chain attacks. Microsoft developer Andres Freund discovered that the backdoor allowed remote attackers to bypass SSH authentication and gain system access. All users of XZ-Utils versions 5.6.0 and 5.6.1 are affected, prompting urgent notifications and remediation efforts from security agencies and Linux distributions. The discovery sparked concern within the open-source community, as the backdoor was traced back to a trusted maintainer, Jia Tan, who had been actively involved in the project for years. Massive phishing campaign strikes Latin America, Venom rat targeting multiple sectors. A notorious threat actor has launched a massive phishing campaign targeting various sectors across Latin America. The attack spans sectors such as hospitality, finance, and government in countries such as Spain, Mexico, and the United States, and utilize phishing emails to deliver the Venom rat, a malware variant known for its data harvesting and remote control capabilities. This campaign adds to the recent surge in cyber threats, including the use of Darkgate malware loader by ransomware groups and the emergence of malvertising campaigns leveraging techniques such as video ad serving templates to redirect users to fraudulent pages. China-linked hackers deploy new UNAPIMON malware for stealthy operations. A China-linked threat group known as Earth Frybug has employed new malware, UNAPIMON, for covert operations. This cyber espionage collective is a subset of APT41 and utilizes a blend of living-off-the-land binaries and custom malware, alongside techniques like DLL hijacking and API unhooking. The attack chain begins with abusing legitimate executables associated with VMware tools, ultimately leading to the execution of UNAPIMON, which provides a simple yet effective backdoor that evades detection through clever API manipulation. Octopus server flaw let attackers escalate privilege. A critical security flaw, CVE 2024-2975, was identified in Octopus server, a popular automation tool. This vulnerability could allow attackers to escalate privileges due to a race condition in the software. Octopus Deploy has released patches for affected versions and urges users to upgrade immediately to mitigate the risk. No known mitigations exist, highlighting the importance of promptly upgrading to fixed versions, such as 2024.1.12.087 or later. While no public exploitation has been observed, users are encouraged to take immediate action to secure their systems. Qualcomm security flaws led attackers take over devices. Qualcomm's security flaws exposed devices to potential takeover by attackers, allowing unauthorized access and execution of malicious code. These vulnerabilities affect popular chipsets and modems, posing risks to smartphones and IoT devices. The identified vulnerabilities, such as improper input validation and buffer overflows, have received critical to high CVSS ratings. Qualcomm addressed these vulnerabilities in their latest release. Developers are encouraged to apply updates to reduce the risk of exploitation. Security flaw in WP Members plugin leads to script injection. A high-severity cross-site scripting vulnerability in the WP Members membership plugin enables attackers to inject arbitrary scripts into user profile pages. Exploiting insufficient input sanitization and output escaping, attackers could manipulate the user registration process to store malicious scripts as the user's IP address. This flaw, CVE 2024-1852, poses a significant risk as the injected scripts execute within an administrator's browser session, potentially enabling various malicious actions. The issue has been addressed in WP Members Membership version 3.4.9.3, and users are urged to update promptly. 73% brace for cybersecurity impact on business in the next year or two. The 2024 Cisco Cybersecurity Readiness Index reveals that only 3% of organizations worldwide have achieved a mature level of readiness against modern cybersecurity risks, down from 15% the previous year. Despite 80% feeling confident in their defenses, 73% anticipate a cybersecurity incident disrupting their business in the next 12 to 24 months. Talent shortages exacerbate the issue, with 87% citing it as a problem and 46% having over 10 unfilled cybersecurity roles. To address these challenges, companies plan to upgrade infrastructure, deploy new solutions, and invest in AI-driven technologies, with 97% increasing their cybersecurity budgets. Cyberattacks wreaking physical disruption on the rise. In 2023, cyberattacks on operational technology networks surged, causing significant physical disruptions and financial losses, with damages ranging from 8 to 9 figures. Waterfall Security Solutions report highlighted that most of these attacks were initiated by hacktivists and often stemmed from IT-based ransomware incidents. Despite not directly targeting OT systems, these attacks led to downstream consequences, prompting cautionary shutdowns to contain potential risks. Manufacturing and water sectors were particularly vulnerable, with water facilities facing unique challenges due to their widespread presence, automation initiatives, and limited security budgets. Researchers report sevenfold increase in data theft cases. The surge in data theft cases reported by Kaspersky reveals a sevenfold increase since 2020, with approximately 10 million devices encountering data-stealing malware in 2023. Cybercriminals are harvesting an average of 50.9 login credentials per infected device, posing a substantial risk to individuals and businesses globally. While there has been a slight decline in infections compared to the previous year, vigilance is crucial as leaked credentials could surface on the dark web. Kaspersky advises individuals to deploy comprehensive security solutions across all devices and encourages companies to actively monitor leaks and prompt password changes to mitigate the threat posed by data-stealing malware. The evolution of a CISO, how the role has changed. The Chief Information Security Officer role has evolved significantly. Initially focused on IT and risk management, today's CISOs are strategic business leaders, bridging technical expertise with business acumen. With a direct line to the CEO and often a seat in the boardroom, they drive cybersecurity strategy organization-wide. The future promises a deeper integration of technology and business, emphasizing the CISO's pivotal role in fostering a culture where cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility.
Thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe to our newsletter at CISOheadlines.com. Until next time, stay curious.